how wrong, what a great sin it is to intermarry. I think first we need to make an introduction that what makes a Jew is his soul, his Jewish soul. You're not a Jew by choice. You're not a Jew based on what you believe or based on what you practice. A Jew is what you are. If you're born from a Jewish mother, or if the mother converted according to the Torah law, then the child is automatically Jewish, which means that the child has a neshama, a godly soul. What is marriage? Marriage is a very interesting concept that many people are not so familiar. Marriage means that before we came down on this world, the soul of the man and the soul of the wife that he will marry were originally one soul. Then God split the soul. A half of the soul went into the male, and the other half went into the female, the one that you marry, if who you marry is Jewish. Marriage means reuniting. You were once one soul, and now once again you reunite. God, in his infinite wisdom, makes that match. If you are Jewish and your wife is Jewish, it's not just you found someone that you have a lot in common, that you are attracted to. The person who you marry is your soulmate in the real sense. It's your other half of your soul. So much so that every mitzvah that the wife does, or the mitzvah that the man does, it's not he did, she did, it's one soul. So everything that the wife does, any mitzvah that she does, automatically the man does, and vice versa. There's no such a thing as why could the man do this and why can it's one unit, it's one soul. It's like the right hand and the left hand, but they're both you. Even deeper, in Jewish mysticism, in Kabbalah, it states that even before you're married, but being that you are one soul, you may not even know who she is, you have no idea. She could be in Australia, and you could be in Africa. Whatever mitzvah the man does, automatically the girl is doing. And no matter what the girl is doing before you're married, but your one soul goes also on the future husband. So marriage is more romantic than we even think. It's not just you love someone. This is it's really your own soul. It's interesting to note that the word love in numerical value adds up to the word echad, one. Real love between a husband and a wife is a feeling that it's one, not a second party. When you feel that he is he and I'm me and we have two different lifestyles, two ways, then your marriage is on rocks. Because marriage it's one unit, one soul, and one body. However, if God forbid a person marries a woman from a different religion, It's not marriage. They never could be one. It's like taking a half an apple and a half an orange and putting them together. It'll never be a whole apple or a whole orange. It's just not your soulmate. And it can never work out because you're on different, not in ways of life. You're different in soul. It's much more than having a different lifestyle or different beliefs. It's a different life. It's two souls or two strangers. They can never become one. The kind of love, of loving something that is you, is very different than loving someone else. So you are short-changing yourself by, if you, God forbid, consider intermarriage, you'll never have the feeling of oneness that you would have if you would marry your soulmate, a Jew. And for that matter, if you really fall in love and you say to yourself, but I love her, you got to ask yourself, if you really love her, why would you want to mess her up forever? She will be messed up. You and her are so apart. You have nothing in the soul, you have nothing in common. And the children will be mixed up people. The wife is one way and the man is another way. It's not a settled life. So you're hurting yourself. You're hurting the children that will ever be born. So if you really love this other party, why would you want to mess them up for good? So in conclusion, besides that intermarriage is considered one of the greatest sins in the Jewish religion, for a very simple reason. Because if you intermarry, God forbid, and you have a child, you're forcing God to make from a Jew a non-Jew. You're interfering in his system, who God created boundaries, who is a Jew and who's a non-Jew. And we state this every Saturday night in the Havdalah services, that we say that we thank God for making a separation between the Shabbat and the weekdays, between night and day, and between Jews and non-Jews. But if you intermarry, God forbid, and a child is born, what you're doing is that you're taking from a Jew and you're making a non-Jew, because it goes by the mother. God forbid, if the girl is not Jewish, then the child is not Jewish. And if she's not Jewish, you took from a Jew, became a non-Jew. That's directly an offense in the whole order of how God created the world. So its best thing is to realize the beauty of marriage, the gift that God gave us, that when we could marry, both spouses are Jewish, that is your real soulmate. You are always together. You are together as one before you even came down to this world. And that is why marriage is the happiest celebration in Jewish religion. What can be greater and what could be more joyous is finding yourself, finding your other half.